Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Da 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 da. I don't know how the Hail to the Chief goes, and I don't want to do the music for copyright strikes or claims or anything like that, but that's my take on it. But anyways, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. I'm going to introduce to you a new segment of the show that I like to call State of the Shenanigan Address. What does this mean? Well, I'm going to talk about things that's outside what I've been doing on the show since September. I've been doing live video gameplays, game show gameplays, and wrestling talk, and I figured I want to talk about other things, like movies, music, sports, what's going on. So, but I want to give a shout out to the boys from the Bofas and the Sofas because Mr. Garrison 96 has not been feeling very good and he needs a lot of rest. Bofas will be postponed for a consecutive week, and they'll be back this coming Monday, next Monday, the 29th as well. This is probably the first time in Bofas and the Sofas history that the show has been postponed for 2 consecutive weeks. I don't know if that's some kind of, first, but I'm sure Romy 2184 and the Putnam Brothers, Alex and Austin, and Gary, if they're watching this, please correct me on this if I am wrong. I'm hoping you guys get back next week. You guys brought a lot of joy into every Monday afternoons at 5. But go check out their show. They have episodes up beforehand. You'll like their shows. I think it's a good, but also, the downside is we won't watch their show, their live show. But the upside is it would give them a chance to gather the information of what on subjects they want to talk about and what they need to do. I think they could take the time to do that as well, and for Gary to take time for some rest and clear his mind up, not only physically but mentally. And I know it's been sometimes when you go through a rough week and everything else, it takes its toll. Sometimes it takes its toll. On the physical side as well. I mean, and you want to be your best. You want to be at 100%. I know. I would love the idea for both of us to change it up a little bit. Like, okay, one person is not there. Let's get another person involved. But, Gary's very adamant about his inner circle and all that good stuff, and that's understandable. And it's very, very understandable. And like I said, I'm just saying, it'd be great to change things up, but there's saying if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? But sometimes a little variety won't hurt. And like for Rant and Rave, it's helped us out, but we kept on going, trucking through, even though we're a man or two down. I remember I was absent the whole entire month of July. Wasn't able to be on Rant and Rave last year, but that also gave me an opportunity to reset myself and bring up this show of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. So there's some cons, but there's some pros to every situation and everything in life. So Gary, get better. Get yourself straight. I'm hoping you be okay. Looking forward to see both of us next Monday. Keep rocking, okay? And Romy and Alex and Austin putting them, hang in there, and I'm hoping to. We are hoping to see you guys next week, and that's my take on it. And that's my take on it. And I'm hoping to because I love both of us. It's a great show, funny show, keeps us laughing. All sorts of antics happen, all sorts of shenanigans on that side always happens. And I think that like David said, David 3000 once said, best things that ever happened, they go unplanned. That's a huge thing, and everything else in between. So hopefully, that it could make both of us better for next week. Who knows? Make both of us great again. Something like that. So, um, basically, like I said, I talk about other things. Let's go to sports. All right. Let's talk about the NBA tournament, the NBA championship tournament going on. We're at the conference finals right now for both the East and the West, as the Denver Nuggets face the Los Angeles Lakers. Right now, the Denver Nuggets are up 3-0 over the Los Angeles Lakers. Meanwhile, Eastern Conference, my local Boston Celtics are down 3-0 to the Miami Heat right now. Very concerned about the Celtics. And what they need to work on is their defense. And I think their lack of defense is what's killing them. And, if they're not careful, and Jimmy Butler is playing mind games with them online, especially on Instagram. If they do not block that out and try to, if the Celtics do not focus, and I think there's a lack of focus going on, or is it that Joe Mazzulla is more of an offensive-minded coach when Ime Udoka coached the Celtics last year? They were a defensive team, and they were a great team. They were great on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. It got them within 2 victories of winning the NBA Finals. They're 18th. They had an opportunity to go all-time with the most NBA trophies in NBA history with 18. Fortunately, they ran into a great team called the Golden State Warriors. They were and that team was a dynasty. This year, however, the Lakers knocked off the Warriors. So how is the Denver Nuggets, getting to the Lakers? How are they able to contain LeBron James? And I heard that Nikola Jokic, I think that's his name, Nikola Jokic, is the Denver Nuggets star player, and he has been on fire. And it seems like the Lakers don't have any answer for him. So, the way I see it right now, everybody wants to see, the NBA wants to see the Celtics-Lakers final. As you know, Celtics and Lakers are 2 of the most storied teams in NBA history. You're talking about 2 great teams that have the most championships right now, both at 17. And the Lakers were the recent champions, winning it in 2020. They probably won it for Kobe, which is a huge honor. I'm happy for them because they decided to do that for Kobe, which is really cool. But LeBron James is going to cut the clowning with the flopping. It's like, and that's probably one reason why the Lakers are able to get by. Because of all LeBron's flopping and throwing the other teams up, I'm going to flop. Oh, look at me, I'm LeBron James. Le Flop is more like a Le Flop James. LeBron James got to stop the flopping and just play the game. Listen, they're getting to you. You got to come up with a strategy. Don't get angry. Don't flop on purpose. Stop acting being a coward. You're not Eddie Guerrero, and that's why I think LeBron James acting like Eddie Guerrero. He flops on purpose. You know how Eddie Guerrero has a steel chair in his hand, but he throws it at his opponent, and he lays down on the ground, and he tells the referee, "Oh, he hurt me. He hit me in the head." Sometimes that trick works all the time, but not all the time. Come on. And LeBron, the reason why I think the Denver Nuggets have been winning against Lakers, they're starting to figure how LeBron's been working out. As far as the flopping and everything else. The Denver Nuggets see right through that, dude. And I gotta tell you, unless the Lakers and the Celtics find some way to get them back to their winning ways, they ain't making it to the NBA Finals. Sorry to say, Celtics fans, and I'm a Celtics fan myself, and I have a lot of respect for these Celtics. But if they want to pull off that 2004 Red Sox miracle, they're gonna have to change things up a little bit. They're gonna have to get strengths and weaknesses from the Heat, because the Heat is on fire right now, and I mean not literally, but I mean that in it's just excuse me. It's just there, Celtics and Heat, man. The Heat, the Celtics, they got to get it together. You can't be dependent on offense. I mean, Game 3, they've held Jason Tatum 14 points. Unacceptable, dude. Who knows where Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart are going to go? Those are your two. I mean, come on. We gotta. Celtics got to get it together. If not, it'll be Heat and Denver Miami and Denver in the finals. And I don't think the Denver Nuggets have won a championship before. The only team from Colorado. The Avalanches won a Stanley Cup, and the Broncos have won a Super Bowl. Won a couple of Super Bowls. But the Denver Nuggets, the Rockies have been to the World Series once, but never won. Obviously, that was against the Red Sox in 2007. But the Nuggets have never been in the NBA Finals and have won a championship before. So if the Celtics and Lakers do get swept out of the playoffs, see Denver, who's higher seeded, probably much more higher seeded than the Heat, Denver is going to take the championship. I've got a hunch that Denver, and the Lakers the Suns have been knocked out, the Warriors have been knocked out. If Lakers go, Denver's winning the whole thing. The NBA Finals will go to a Western Conference team, and the Denver Nuggets, they're my pick to win the whole thing. If the Celtics do not pull the 2004 Red Sox. Now, while y'all know, it's like, what do you mean 2004 Red Sox? Y'all know what happened there. They were down 3-0 against the Yankees in the ALCS that year, and they ran the table in the ALCS there, and then ran the table in the World Series, winning 8 straight to break their curse. So, that's what I mean. I don't think anybody in basketball has done it before. I know everybody knows about the Red Sox and how they did it. But we'll see what happens, because I am just, I love the Celtics. They're my team. They're my home team. But if the Celtics do not make it, I'm hoping the Lakers get eliminated. And if they do, I'm giving the Denver Nuggets an opportunity. I think that the Denver Nuggets may end up taking the championship. Because I don't think the Heat will stop the Denver Nuggets. If they can, you're talking about two of the most storied franchises in NBA history, in the Celtics and Lakers. All right, if the Heat and the Denver Nuggets knock them off, that's a big statement. That's a big statement. I know a lot of Celtics fans could be very upset, but the Celtics need to get it together. Ime Udoka, when he was coaching the Celtics, they were more of a defensive team. Because defense does win championships. Do the Celtics regret firing Udoka because of the allegations that went on? They may regret it, but even though then they had to do something. I just hope that Celtics fans do not blame the victim for accusing Ime Udoka. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they don't blame the victim, because if they do, if I were that victim, I would get protection. Because they're probably going to be upset. Oh, if Udoka wasn't fired, we would be in the NBA Finals and all that. I'm not going to do that. Because the Celtics, Joe Mazzulla should take everything because he was Udoka's assistant coach. He, this was his, but you got to remember, this is his first year too. So, I know the Celtics should have played better, but you got to remember, this is Joe Mazzulla's first year. And I'm sure if they decide to have him stick around, I'm sure Mazzulla will probably figure out what went wrong and how to improve on that. Will they acquire a defensive-minded player? I don't know. Well, let's see what happens. Game 4. If the Celtics win, they're still in it. And if that momentum goes back into their favor, they could end up pulling the 2004 Red Sox. But they need to get it together defensively, because if they do not, there goes that. But I'm hoping that the Celtics fans do not blame the... I hope the Celtics fans do not blame the victim that got Udoka fired. Because sometimes you have to do the right thing. Celtics felt in their hearts they did the right thing and tried to save their reputation. They had to fire Udoka because that could be a detriment to the team. It could ruin their season. So, listen, Joe Mazzulla's done a good job so far, but I think if the Celtics get swept here, he's going to have to do either a better job next season, or he'll get swept right out of Boston. So that's the thing. I mean, last year under Udoka, Celtics came close to winning the championship. I mean, we're 2 victories away. We were two victories away, but the Celtics ran into a great team called the Golden State Warriors. Now that the Golden State Warriors are out, but the Heat, I expected the Heat to play them tough, but I'll tell you what, Celtics need to get it together. They need to get it together. And that's my opinion on that. Now, as far as the New England Patriots are concerned, let's talk a little bit of football here for an instance. The New England Patriots, I'm very concerned because with the acquisition of Aaron Rodgers to the Jets' acquisition of Aaron Rodgers from Green Bay, we're talking about, with the way Miami and Buffalo have been playing. Right now, the Patriots are kind of sitting ducks. And a lot of people are thinking, people can blame Belichick for being stubborn, doing things his way and all that. And, that's what helped the Patriots win 6 Super Bowls, I mean, none of those teams, the rest of those teams in the AFC East has won 6 Super Bowls. Only the Patriots have. But, a lot of people are picking the Patriots to finish last place in the AFC East. That's how competitive the AFC East is going to be this year. And I'm dead serious on this. I want to see the Patriots pick up a few wins. Listen, I shouldn't be disappointed. I mean, I should be. I would love to see the Patriots pick up a 7th or an 8th Super Bowl, but, but that's the way things are, that's what happens, So, we shall see, Bill O'Brien's back with the team. Hopefully that will help out Mac Jones in a little bit. We have Juju Smith-Schuster. That's another one. So we shall see what happens. Baseball, the Red Sox couldn't. We'll go to baseball now. The Red Sox couldn't complete the sweep against San Diego. Took 2 out of 3. We won the series against them. So that's pretty good. Now the Sox are moving on to Anaheim. We know how tough they can be. You got Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout. So, but this is going to be in Anaheim this time around, home of WrestleMania 39. I really don't know what to expect in this series, except for I know Ohtani and Trout will probably. If the Red Sox can shut down Ohtani and Trout, they get a pretty good chance of sweeping the series with the Angels. Well, we shall see. We shall see. But like I say, Sox have been winning a lot of series, so that's that could be very helpful. A lot of people are concerned about the offense with the loss of Duvall and Story. When those two come back, I think because all the other players have been stepping up. Emmanuel Valdez, I I think Pablo Reyes, it was Rojas. Pablo Reyes has been stepping up. Yoshida had a 16-game hitting streak at one point, and Tristan Casas is struggling right now. So maybe he may be the odd man out and have Justin Turner go back to first base, and when Adam Duvall comes back, he can take Kike can take the can play shortstop again for Xander. So that's another thing too. With the outfield, Kike can both play in the infield and outfield. So that's another thing. Another thing to address here. So is that. Let's see. Let's go to hockey. We have Eastern Conference Finals. The Florida Panthers versus the Carolina Hurricanes. Western Conference Finals, the Vegas Golden Knights and the Dallas Stars. the Golden Knights and the Panthers are up 2-0 in their series. Once again, the Panthers, we gotta look out for them. They have been playing. They've been playing like a bull in a china shop throughout the playoffs. You think about it. You knock off number one seeded team of all time. With the team with the most wins of all time in the Boston Bruins. You eliminate them in a grueling seven-game battle. Same thing. You go with the Toronto Maple Leafs, who have been tough. Now you're going up against the Carolina Hurricanes. The Tampa Bay Lightning has been, Tampa Bay Lightning's been knocked out by the Maple Leafs. I mean, it's amazing. Now, ever since let's talk about the Vegas Golden Knights. All right, ever since they came in the league, I don't think they missed a playoff game ever. I mean, in their first season, they made it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. That's amazing. That is freaking amazing. I mean, I'm looking at it and going, holy mackerel. And what's with Vegas is of late? They've been taking teams away from other cities and bringing them in. I mean, we had, actually, the Vegas Golden Knights. They signed on as an expansion team. Now, the Las Vegas Raiders, which come to find out that Tom Brady has a minority share of ownership of them. 2 words, Josh McDaniels. But then come to find out the Oakland Athletics, who've been horrible so far this season, their teams are going to be sold to Vegas. So Las Vegas right now has 3 of 4 teams in the 4 major sports. The only sport that doesn't have they don't have a team of is basketball. I wouldn't be surprised if that is going to be any indication. I mean, I'm like, this is amazing, right? I mean, the Vegas Golden Knights, they've been like in the playoffs ever since they came in the league. It's like, what kind of talent did they sign to get that makes them that good? I got a hunch. I got a serious hunch. It'll be the Golden Knights and the Panthers in the Stanley Cup Finals. And I also got another hunch. That if that's the case, I see the Golden Knights win their first Stanley Cup, probably the fastest expansion team to win a Stanley Cup. Golden Knights are going to make history. I got a hunch. This season, Golden Knights are going to make history. That's all I got to say for hockey. I mean, it is a strange, indeed, situation, let me tell you. Let's talk a little bit about video games. Fight Forever. AEW Fight Forever, Wait Forever. They finally got a date. June the 29th. Now, I got to address this on Twitter because it makes me laugh. The Great Muter, not the real Great Muta, the Great Muter, M-U-T-E-R. Great Muter. The Great Muter. And I get what... You've got a picture of Andy Kaufman as his profile. He says that the Nintendo Switch is dead. Excuse me for a minute. I'm like... He needs to lay off the weed, man. Nintendo Switch is dead? Are you freaking kidding me? I mean... this cracks me up. This cracks me up. The Nintendo Switch. He thinks that the Nintendo Switch is dead. Dude, Nintendo Switch has been sold a lot of units. In fact, the Nintendo Switch has been probably sold more times than anything else. You forget, when we were under the pandemic, people bought a Nintendo Switch. They bought a Nintendo Switch just to play. Just to play with their friends. They couldn't play with their friends in real life. That's the way, this is the way they do it. Nintendo Switch. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe alone sold a lot of copies, obviously. They came up with some of the best compilations. I mean, listen. Games like this is what made the Nintendo Switch great. Alright, and this is the first, And you know what the funny part is? Buying this was the first time the Darkstalkers made their Nintendo debut. Because when Darkstalkers came out, Nintendo still had the Super NES system. And about to convert into Nintendo 64. You know, who knew, right? I mean, we had a lot of games like Limited Run. We had Dotemu, you know, tribute, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. People are telling me, and this great muter saying Nintendo Switch is dead. What a joke! What? Look at this. They even brought back freaking Streets of Rage. Dotemu has been helping out. I got Streets of Rage Anniversary Edition. I mean, this is just crazy. And this great muter on Twitter saying Nintendo Switch is dead. Kid, lay off the weed, huh? Lay out the weed. Read. Oh, the graphics ain't going to be that good. Really? Yeah. I mean, you may be thinking, oh, AEW, WWE 2K18 did not do very well and all that. Yeah, I can understand. I'll probably think of getting it, but dude, I want to buy it for the Switch so I can create a character to beat the crap out of that Beavis-looking butthead Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF. And that's what I want to do with my character, my wrestling character. If they have just an exhibition matchup, get me to face MJF. And if I want a mixed tag match, I want a team of either Hikaru Shida or Toni Storm if she's in the game. I know Shida is, but I want to see Toni Storm in the game. Think about it. And if they're making a 6-person tag, I'll team up Shida, Storm, and myself against MJF, Britt Baker, and possibly, I would team up against MJF and Anna Jay and Ty Conti or Ty Mello. I don't care. I always want to beat the crap out of MJF in a game. So I figured that's the best way to do it, huh? It's too funny. Movies. We'll talk about, Transformers Rise of the Beast coming out June 9th. That's one movie I'm looking forward to seeing. We know Fast 10's out right now. But, Super Mario 3, you can watch it. Super Mario Bros. Movie, I should say, you can watch it at home. I don't know when it's going to come out on DVD. I'm looking forward to have it to come out on DVD and such. I'm going to look up something here for just a minute, if you don't mind. Just to let you know what is going on. Let's see. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Well, Red Sox yearbook is out, and on the cover is none other than Rafael Devers. I wonder if let's see, shopping. No, wait, hold up. Shopping. Red Sox yearbook. They have the baseball almanac. Let's see. Come on. Crap. Crap. I wonder if it's on Fanatics.com. Speaking of Fanatics.com, very disappointed that they said they were unable to fulfill my request of buying a Pretty Deadly Yes Boy t-shirt. They ran out of 4XL. They should have told me that early before I even bought it. You see, you dummies. I've been wanting, and then they didn't have the my size for 4XL for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade shorts. That was my plan B. Now that plan B went out the window. Yeah. So gotta find a plan C when it comes to Fanatics.com. Find another item. So they refunded my money through a new eShop card and everything else in between. So, but I did find the logo render for the Yes Boy T-shirt. Gonna have to go to Amazon and have it custom made. I'm sad. I'm a sad little man, but what can you do, huh? Let's see, what else I should talk about. This is State of Shenanigans address. What's going on? So I'm going to do a lot of videos this coming weekend, that's for sure. Got to do some picks and predictions, and I'm going to go crazy this weekend, mentally. I'm going to go mentally crazy because this is something that I never expected to do, to be honest with you. And I really don't know what I'm going to do. And there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to think about, man. There's a lot to think about. And I'll probably have to miss one pay-per-view event. I probably would miss AEW's Double or Nothing. I'll watch that on another time because you get NXT Battleground going on at the same time, too. So, unless they do Double or Nothing early. I know it takes place in Vegas, so Vegas is different time zones. So, we shall see what happens, basically. So, alright. So my channel's going to be doing well. We're still going to do the... Don't know what game I'm going to play for the Shenanigan arcade, but I'm going to figure that out. For my topic for Rant and Rave this Thursday, I am going to give out my top 10 favorite games that have yet to appear on the current consoles that we have out now. Because there's a lot of games out there left that have not appeared on the consoles. I know Nintendo does, the Switch does Arcade Archives, and by Hamster Corporation and all. And there's a lot of games that are left out there that have not appeared on home consoles as of yet. And I'm going to think about what top 10 of my favorite games are that I would like to see on a Nintendo Switch in the future. So that will be my topic for this coming Thursday on Rant and Rave. It's going to be a lot of stuff going down. So I really don't know what is going to happen here. I really don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. I'll continue my gameplays of game shows that you guys have been seeing. You guys have been enjoying that. My Pressure Luck video gameplays have been getting the most views ever, so I'm definitely going to continue on with Pressure Luck. You know, Tic Tac Toe, The Joker's Wild Bull, right up there. And I know I'm not a Wheel of Fortune Jeopardy guy at all. And a lot of people say, well, how come you don't play other game shows? And these are the game shows. I'm very picky and choosy when it comes to that. I'm very, very picky. So you're going to have to bear with me here. But, but they've been getting a lot of views too. And I'm very, very happy about that. So I have a lot of fun. Card Sharks, obviously. Can't play the new version of the money cards. I like the old school money cards. I'm going to keep that. Even though they should have changed the theme song. But whatever. So we shall see what happens here. So that is the first episode of State of Shenanigan Address. As you know, I've been doing this like once or twice a month. I've always tried to do, I'm going to attempt to do the State of Shenanigan Address, first time, for the first of the month, baby, beginning of the month, and then I'll, in the middle of the month, so I will do that as well. So that is what my thoughts are for May and all that. So basically, it's about anything outside of what I've been doing on this channel, and my thoughts and analytics on things and everything else. So once again, shout out to both of the Sofas guys. Get better, get well, and Just for you, Gary, stay strong, okay? And we'll love you, buddy. We miss you. We miss doing your show. We miss your show. We hope both of us get back next week. And like again, 2 consecutive weeks in a row, no Bofus. So I think that's a first, or has it happened before? We'll find out. But I always say it's a good thing sometimes because it gives the boys a chance to reset everything, and who knows, it could make the show a whole lot better next week. I mean, they could have changed it up and have somebody else fill in or whatnot, but that's the way they are. They have the attitude. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Basically, that's what it is. So, I will see you guys later. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, please take us home.
That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget production. And in association with A Sweet Bowl for Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.